work. Except, of course, I took all this on board, but this is the important point. I moved to New York at this time. I was writing furiously because I was combining two problematics: the Freudian problematic and the Marxist problematic, and I was using both of them. So it's important at this time to realise them. In my books that I was producing one book after another. That these were, I was combining the two problematics, but I was not trying to resolve one. I was combining them, but I was not trying to theorize the relationship between the ideological unconscious and the libidinal unconscious. I felt not able to do that, but I would insist that I was still keeping up with Freud. You see, I didn't abandon Freud. I kept Freud in process, but I was working with him alongside Althusser and Marx, and trying to keep two balls in the air at the same time. That's why I was very interested in Juan Carlos's book on Freud, because he tries to work through this relationship between the libidinal unconscious and the ideological unconscious. And my point would be that where he would accept that to understand the ideological unconscious, you have to think about it from the standpoint of the ideological unconscious, from the standpoint of the social formation, from overdetermination, transitive and intransitive causalities, and the individual subject as produced within that system. Juan Carlos would accept that. I would claim that that when he comes to the libidinal unconscious, he doesn't do that. And I found at this point that Judith Butler's work was so important because, as I was telling you earlier, she takes the notion of the absent penis, the castration idea, and she points out that if you think of that from the standpoint of consciousness, it's a silly notion. It's an absurd notion. And women will tell you, I don't miss not having a penis. And they laugh. Butler's point is, but you're thinking at it from the wrong position. It's silly when you think of it from the standpoint of consciousness. If you think of it from the standpoint of your dreams, from the standpoint of the unconscious, then why do women sew? Why do they weave? Then she says, Butler's claim that if you think of it from that position, then things start to make sense. And my view of Juan Carlos's book on Freud is that he finds the idea of the absent penis as una tonteria, as foolishness, and it's laughable, and it should be dismissed, and he will have nothing to do with it.